Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm gonna do a little spring garden tour. What's blooming, what's sprouting, what's budding out in my front garden this spring. I'm in Houston, Texas, Zone 9B. So we are very much in spring. Let me start right here with this. Check this out. Look at these beautiful glossy leaves. It's a Clyera. I forget exactly which one, but absolutely beautiful. I love Clyera. Over here we've got some Nandinas. Check them out. Nandina is another great bush for us in my area. See the fresh new growth. These red stems have these little leaves. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Over here I have a loropetalum, an ice plant, and in this great big pot I've got a little Miss Figgy. I don't know if you remember last year I had some palm trees, and I think our winter, even though it was very mild, we had several nights of a deep freeze, and I think it knocked them out. But I've got this little Miss Figgy, and you can tell it is starting to bud out. Look at that. Pretty cool, right? Look at those leaves. Absolutely beautiful. And then down here I have Creeping Jenny, plus a bunch of stuff in there to keep the cats from where they love resting in these pots. Check that out. Isn't that beautiful? Ice plant, loropetalum. Let's come over here in some sun so you can see that. Look at that. Pretty cool. Look at that leaf. And check these out. Look, I just planted this loropetalum in here. I did not expect it to bloom, and here we are. Look at those loropetalum blooms. I absolutely love them. If you're thinking that they look like witch hazel, they do, because they are in the same family of trees. Oh, and here are the flowers on this ice plant. Check those flowers out. Aren't those cute? Beautiful plant, beautiful little flowers. Let's come over here. I think down here in this pot, in this kind of oval pot, as well as that one, I'm going to put in some lemon coral sedum that you see growing right there. Over here I've got this flax lily, I think is what it's called. I want right here maybe one or two little mounding shrubs, maybe two smaller encore azaleas that are just like a little short mounding shrub. Check out this ajuga. This has been in the ground for a while. Look at those blooms. Aren't they beautiful? Check that out. Now this ajuga gets really big. I have one that stays smaller. This one gets really big. Check this out. This is a gladiola. It is a gladiola, and I forget what kind it is. You can see back here, I've got, see those bright green shrubs, those bright green leaves, those are sunshine ligustrum, and I really expect them to grow up and take over that whole area. It'll be a great background. Over here in this little center island, you see those spent blooms. Those were hyacinth. This was my first time growing hyacinth. I'm going to grow them again, but I only want the pink ones. I had these kind of hot pink ones that didn't do so good. They bloomed and they just fizzled out really fast. The ones that had staying power were the pink ones. They really, really stayed. And this tree, that's a good 6 or 7 feet tall, is an osmanthus. It is a tea olive. A fragrant tea olive. The fragrance is absolutely amazing. I love it. It smells so good. But that's that. Look at those two blue point junipers I put in those two pots. Last year I had a Texas red yucca. And anyway, I think this looks better. This bed is a hot mess. We're going to overlook all the weeds that need to be pulled. Right here is a not a loropetalum, a nandina. And then these grasses I bought several years ago. They've been in the ground. I need to dig them up. Now's the time to dig them up and divide them. They're starting to hollow out in the center. I need to dig them up and divide them. Now's the time to do it. You do that in the spring, in the summer, when they start wanting water and they start growing. Over the winter, I just let them rest. These little grasses up front, liriope. Let me see. There you go. Those are also liriope. And then those skinny green leaves are agapanthus. The agapanthus are going to come up. I hope we have a good showing of agapanthus. It's one of my favorite flowers. Let me back up. Right here is a crepe myrtle. These bushes in front are nandinas. These little trees behind them are black diamond crepe myrtles. That tall one is a crepe myrtle. And over here, I have got, I don't know if you can see it, there is a rose bush right here that I had at another part of this bed. I put it right here. It's more of a climber, in my opinion. I didn't know it was going to be like, I was supposed to be shrubby, but it's more of a climber. So in my mind, I'm hoping that it weaves its way through these shrubs. Like I said, these are black diamond crepe myrtles. The leaves are coming out now, and as you can see, the leaves are kind of purple and reddish. I mean, they're green and reddish. As the leaves mature, as they get older, they're going to be so dark purple that they almost look black. That's why they're called black diamond crepe myrtles. Hopefully with that black, dark purple, black background, this rose bush will weave its way through there, and it's got these white flowers that have the slightest hint of pink. They smell so good. But hopefully with that black background, those white roses will just pop. Over here we have, and I wish you could see it better, this shrub right there is a Walter's viburnum. About a month ago, it was absolutely covered in blooms. It was just covered in blooms, and the bees were going crazy for it. It was beautiful. I wish I had gotten a video of that, but I didn't. There's a bird bath. Story of this bird bath. It was in my grandmother's yard. It was in her garden while I was growing up, and when she passed away, I brought that here. There's a little leak in it, you can see, but yeah, that bird bath is old, and I love it, and it's going with me everywhere I go. But right now, it's here. Down here, I've got, you see these little mounds. Those are stonecrop. They are autumn joy sedum, autumn joy stonecrop, and I planted them early last fall, and they grew. And they died back, and even though we had a mild winter, we did have several nights that we dipped below freezing, and that knocked them out. But it didn't kill them. They died back. They didn't die. They just died back. The roots are still very much alive. And when it started warming up, they started sprouting. They started coming up, and here we go. I can't wait to see what they look like. Check this out. This was just a little piece that fell, and it rooted itself. As this is a little branch, you can tell it rooted itself where it fell, and we're gonna have a shrub there. We're gonna have a plant. In these 3 pots, I've got Cuban gold Duranto. Absolutely love Cuban gold Duranto. It's a beautiful plant, and I like them. I like them in pots. I think that'll look kind of cool right there. Right here. Oh, here's some more. Look at those. Liriope. They get pretty big. Pretty big. They look good. Right here we have what I think is, right here, daylily. It's some type of daylily. I had daylily here years ago and have it for quite some time. And this started coming up, and I mean, it's grown in fast as it's heated up. It started coming up fast. I can't wait to see what what color daylily it is. I think it's a daylily. I don't know. Check this out. This is last year I put in a bunch of lilies. Lilies. It's either a lily or it is a gladiola. Okay, over here I've got 1, 2, and 3 shrubs. Those are landscape roses. They are drift roses, and it's either peach drift or apricot drift. I cannot remember. But look at the flowers. They're beautiful. Let me try to do this without getting my shadow involved. Look at that. Is that beautiful? Beautiful flowers. They're unscented. They don't smell. There's no scent to them. It's just a beautiful landscape rose. Beautiful color. Beautiful glossy green leaves. Check that out. Look at that. That's a beautiful plant. Back here, I have these grasses in those containers. I don't know if I want to leave those grasses in there or not. Behind them, I've got 3 white pillar rows of Sharons. Those things are tall. They are very, very tall. They're easily maybe 12 feet tall at this point. And they will have the most beautiful white, just solid white flowers. Although some purple flowers come up, and I'm cool with that, but it's pretty much a solid white flower. And I'm thinking, because these white pillar rows of Sharons are kind of just wild, these, I don't really cut them back and shape them. Maybe when they start getting spindly in the middle of the summer, I'll cut them back. But right now, I just kind of let them go and do their thing. So maybe something like a better boxwood or something, or some type of boxwood in those that I can cut and prune into a perfectly little round meatball. I think would look good right there. Give it some kind of structure in an area where there just is none. Let's come over here. See those 2 grasses? They're the same as these. It kind of went back here, and I dug them out. This right here is a snowbank Indian hawthorn. Beautiful shrub. Unfortunately, no blooms this year. I've got 1, 2, and 3 little clusters of white flowers, and that is it. Last year, this entire shrub was absolutely covered. It was covered in flowers. I'm thinking because we had such a dry winter, I'm not going to get any flowers any more than those 3 little clusters of flowers. Really sad, because it's really beautiful. It's called snowbank because they're all white, and when it's covered, it looks like a little snowbank of snow. Let's come down here, check that out. Okay, come over here. Even though I put stuff in here to keep the cats off, it looks like somebody was sleeping on that. See what I'm talking about? Another, look at that color, Nandina, I forget what kind. And this is these darker leaves right here are a holly shrub, and look at those. You can see those red holly berries. Isn't that cool? The birds come in and eat them. It's neat to see. But that's it. This is it. March Spring Garden Tour. Anyway, please do me a huge one if you made it this far. Please like, please subscribe, and check out the next video. I will be moving, transplanting these grasses. I will dig them up, split them, and transplant them and spread them out. Anyway, until then, thanks for watching. Enjoy your garden. Enjoy the sun. Talk to you later. Bye.